1, 2, 3, 4.
Two, three, four. With a creepy stare and a sudden turn, you were facing me, and your eyes they burn. So I look to you, and I feel the drain. You take my soul, but take my brain, take my brain.
I'm Kathleen Clark. I play guitar and saxophone in Pink Crayons.
And I'm Haley Monahan, also in Pink Crayons. And I play the bass and I sing.
Yes, Adriana Riggs. I play in a band called Barclays and I play saxophone.
We are Daisy Chain. My name is Emmeline. I sing and play rhythm guitar.
My name is Madeline. A lot of people call me Maddie. I hit stuff.
My name is Molly. I play the bass guitar.
I think that there's many different genres you could label us as, but like one core thing, I don't think it exists anymore, quite honestly, because there's just so much music out there. People take inspiration from so many different things at this point. I know I do. And like, there's just not one group it can really go into. I do think indie is like a general broad term that people use for a lot of different music. Like, I mean, like electronic music could be grouped as indie.
I would describe Barclays as a like punk adjacent rock music.
Probably just like indie pop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Having a fun time.
Personally, I like Turner. Turner and Barclays. Ruby Waits used to be Rosario. I'd say Wombo.
Wombo. Oh my gosh.
For me, like vocally wise, Fiona Apple is a big one for me.
I can see that.
Lana Del Rey, a little bit of Radiohead. I have a lot of inspirations, and they all range from different genres. I mean, I love folk too. I love Houndmouth, Eric Clapton, Wilco.
Historically, like the genres of music I've been playing have looked like R&B. I really like alternative music as like a medium, just like any kind of like, yeah. I guess I really like some James Jamerson lines, like in Mountain High Enough. Mm-hmm. That one's a cool one. Stuff like that, like kind of, it's really dancey. It feels like it tells you what direction to move your body in.
My influences and inspirations as a writer and as a player span across like multiple dimensions. Like Molly, definitely there's like a kind of soul and a funk and R&B presence, and I'm really into like the rotating cast of drummers that were in like James Brown's band, for instance, and I like a lot of like Motown drummers. I really like James Gadsden. Really minimalistic but really tasteful, and I take a lot of influence from different jazz drummers.
What I'm really interested is jazz. So like right now I love this saxophone player called Dexter Gordon. He was a bebop player around in the 60s, and he's so cool. Musicians will do this, but he will take different ideas from other melodies and he'll play them in his solos. And so like the more that I'm listening to him and I'm listening to more jazz music, the more I'm recognizing what he's playing. So that's been really cool.
I mean, sometimes it's like a little bit difficult just to get bookings into like commit to a place. And sometimes, like, when there's a big weekend, like, other bands get the first pick sometimes. And so then you kind of have to, like, roll with the punches, get really good at doing that, and, like, find the value in all the venues, I guess.
Yeah, we had to book our single release show pretty recently, and it took us forever to pick or to find a day that like no one else was doing anything, and even then it still is like overlapping with like another show that like our friends are putting on, and it's like, you know, it's kind of upsetting. We're like, man, like we all want to go to the same shows, and there's always like 2 or 3 happening at the same time.
I will say that we were gonna play our album release show at Z-Bar, but then one of our friends was in this show that was like going, I don't know if you've heard about this, but it was like supposed to aid for the like it's supposed to go to like Palestinian relief, and then Z-Bar like pulled that. And then we as a band, we were talking about it, and we were like, this is like really unacceptable. It's horrible, and it's like it's been in the news for like over a year now. We ultimately decided that it's like this is not okay, and it was just really disheartening. But to see the community kind of be like, this is not okay, I feel like it shows you that like art can make change. You know what I'm saying?
We've been pretty fortunate in our time playing together.
I think,
we've had like some negative experiences here and there with like poorly organized events or
flaky bands,
venues that
who don't bring any equipment on tour,
venues that were not as nice to us as they could have been. In general, I feel like the bands have been mostly respectful. I've hardly ever had like a negative, really strongly negative perception.
Not strongly.
Somebody we've played with.
We laugh about this now, but like when I got the contact of like the lead singer, he was like, this is the address that we rehearse at. He was like, come at 8:30. And I was like, me? You know? And I was, I guess I was 20 at the time, but you know, I'm going to an undisclosed location at night with guys I've never met before. Like, I don't think so, you know? And so then I was like, can I bring my guy friend? And he was like, sure, I guess. And then, you know, like a couple months later, like when I had gotten to know them better, I'm like, hey, like that was really weird. And then they were like, I did not even think about it, but it's like, to me, like as a woman, like that's a really unsafe thing to do.
As someone who goes to shows though, it's generally feels like most people are very, very safe to be around, but there are times where it's like, okay, somebody who is not safe to be around is here. They are actively doing things that are like making this place uncomfortable, and then you'll see that some of the venues really don't take that seriously. And so then it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Get rid of the freaks. That's what I want.
No, see, okay, this is...
The freaks and the creeps.
This is a matter of terminology, I think. This is a matter of nomenclature. Because I self-identify as a capital F freak. I'm getting freaky with it.
I'm saying men who take photos up girls' skirts at shows.
Yeah.
That's not
a
freak.
That's
not
a
freak.
creep.
That's
a creep.
That's a predator.
Oh.
Yes.
There are only 2 genders, and it is freak and creep.
For sure. I don't know how they couldn't, honestly. I mean, I do write about me hating men a lot, but I mean...
But you keep coming back.
I keep coming back. No. Being a woman definitely shapes how you create art in all ways. But, I mean, some of the songs are also just, like, emotions, like, period, like life. We have a song called Sammy that I actually wrote that when I was about 17, and I was going through a lot, and it's basically just like a metaphoric outlook on like, I'm not a religious person, but I felt so alone a lot during that time that I was like looking up to God as if I were speaking to my dead dog, which is like, I know it's kind of a weird thing to like cross, but I don't believe in really any kind of higher power, any kind of higher being, but I'm jealous of people who do a little bit, because I know that faith is something that gets people through a lot. I was just like, man, like my emotions are so stupid right now, and it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. I think mine has definitely changed since I was 17. I mean, in the pits of hell when you're 17. There's nothing worse than being a 17-year-old girl, truly. Like, I don't know if there's anything worse than that.
It's really about putting yourself out there. I think that when I started playing music, around, I think that I was very like overly anxious.
Real.
But it's really about like not really thinking about, oh, is this good enough to be put next to this, or is this good enough? It's
Or
just,
am I good enough to play in front of this person?
right, exactly. It's more about like it's more about self-expression. It's more about,
And a good musician will recognize that.
right, exactly. I think that a lot of people, like, especially when you're starting out bands, they don't expect you to be like totally tight, totally put together at first, but you kind of grow into something. Just, I guess if anything, just do the damn thing. Just go out, play
keep
shows.
working.
Like the female musicians that I've met they're so like community based and they're so like uplifting. So like just kind of like I would say just like go to shows and like be a good support. Don't go like expecting to like get a show out of it, but it's just like if you're a good like member of the community and you're like, hey, I'm here to support you, like other people will take notice of that and other people will really appreciate that. And I also say like your music and your voice is important and there is a place for you.
You have to set yourself up for, the kind of opportunities that you want to have. They're not just gonna, sometimes they can, they're not just gonna, fall into your lap out of nowhere.
Out of nothing, yeah.
Mhm. Specifically for women and non-binary people, it's very much, don't get caught up in the fact that you're not gonna be immediately like, not like welcome, but it is gonna be a little harder because you are in a scene that isn't predominantly, full of people just like you. Specifically performance-wise, there's a very low percentage of female non-binary performers. I think to get in that is to be vulnerable, because there truly is an audience for you. There truly is people who want to see that on stage, who want to see you. And, if you truly, are being yourself and expressing yourself very authentically, I think then I low-key think there's nothing that you can't do. Yeah. I really do.